This week on Broke Things Under Sail.
It looks like there's a crack. There it goes.
Not looking good. This is our damn sealant. Extra day keeps the doctors away. Which is good because I don't have health insurance.
The work will continue until morale improves around here. I'll challenge any one of you to a hatch off. There's no way anybody can do it faster than me now. Like, I'm an expert.
Another day, another hatch.
Dude, for 40-something-year-old hatches, look at those things. They're looking good, bro.
Last week, we kicked off one of the biggest projects we've ever tackled, resealing our entire 43-year-old boat from decades of leaks. We weren't about to let a few setbacks slow us down, but this week the boat had other plans. A crack suddenly appears in our keel, the Pilothouse windows throw us another curveball, and we keep chipping away at the seemingly endless deck hatch rebuilds. Somehow, through all the chaos, we managed to have a few laughs along the way. So stick around, this one's sure to be a good one.
So there was oil in the bottom of the keel here. Then we cleaned it up and gel coated it. Now it's back. So I don't know if it's still residual and it went through the gel coat, but it doesn't look like it. So now I'm about to sand this back because that's kind of sketch. I want to see what the hell's going on.
So I sanded it back. It looks like there's a crack. So I don't know if this is just in the old paint or if it's through the fiberglass. So that's not good. I don't know, man. If there's a crack in the back of the keel like that, we got a serious problem. So I'm going to keep sanding and see what I see.
Yeah, so we got water and oil coming out of here. So I guess I'm going to drill a hole. Hopefully there's some void not super deep in there that's holding it. But yeah, this kind of sucks. So, and that's definitely a crack there. So I don't know how much we're going to have to grind out and fix, but definitely a big setback. So we'll see what's going on here.
All right, I drilled in. I just hit one void and it kind of squirted out on me. I missed that. It's fairly deep in there though. It's, I don't know. What's that? Maybe half an inch. There it goes. I just drilled another relief hole for it up here to get some air in, and it's pouring out. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's some kind of void back there, and I don't know how water or whatever got in there. Not looking good. Okay, so we've got oil and water coming out. There's a void in there. But even if there's a void, we would have never noticed if it wasn't cracked through to the void to leak out in the first place. So I think what we're gonna have to do, unfortunately now, is grind all this back to where the void is, because, you know, like I said, there's no way any of this could come out if it was sealed from the void out at any point. So it's got to be cracked all the way to the void, and it was leaking from about here. You know, it's about 1.5 feet of probably a crack all the way through to the void, which is not good. So we're gonna have to grind all that back, find the void, re-glass it, and then yeah, I'm gonna figure out how that stuff got in there in the first place. So it definitely came from in the boat, because if it was just water, you know, that'd be one thing. It's not water, it's oil and water. You can see that. Oil, water, hydraulic fluid. I had a bit of a mixture of that stuff in the bilge for a bit when I was when we were having those issues. So it definitely came from the bilge at some point. So I'm gonna have to go in there and do some investigation. But yeah, the crack's a problem. We're gonna have to fix that. Like, so that fluid puddle right there, that's exactly what we're getting out of the bottom of that keel. Okay, and we're in the engine room bilge right now. And I'm thinking that it's still running out of the foam that absorbed some of that here. And you can see this void, this foam filled void in between the two compartments the prop shaft runs through. It probably went over that little lip there down into the keel. If you press on this foam, it's all fucking oily and watery. So that's a separate issue than the crack, that the reason we saw it in the first place. But that's definitely probably where it came from, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. This is just another setback, and we've had quite a bit of them. So it's unfortunate, but we got to get it fixed. We can't sail off with a cracked keel and water coming in or out. And hopefully it can dry out relatively fast, but it is oil too. So that's kind of a big blow. But now we're gonna have to grind back that keel. I mean, we did find out the keel was cracked, so that needed to happen. So now we're gonna have to grind back that keel, see what the deal is. All right, I got the shop vac going on it, and I can feel the air getting sucked in through the relief hole. So let's see how much comes out. Yeah, I'm not sure how to go about repairing it. I mean, it's definitely cracked all the way through the structure, or else we wouldn't have known about this leak at all. Do I just grind the back? I mean, do I grind all the way down to there and build it back up with layers, or what do I do, man? God, we were supposed to splash in a couple weeks, man. It's always something, you know? Still haven't ran the engine yet. We're still busy with other stuff, so. But it's definitely leaking from the bilge, and that means water can get in and go the other way when she's in the water. So, not sure if she cracked here. I doubt it. So it must have been like that. So that foam is probably wet the whole time, really. But hard to say. Alright, it's the next morning. She's still dripping, and we got quite a bit more fluid out overnight. So I might try to drill a bigger hole. I might try to enlarge these holes. I don't know, man. It's just, I'm kind of hesitant to do it because it's, you know, the whole boat, 38,000 whatever pounds, just sitting on the keel. So it's kind of stressful, but I really think I need to enlarge those holes so I can get the shop vac really sucking in there or something. I'm not sure. So it's definitely coming from that foam compartment between the prop shaft. I don't know why that's open if it's between bilges, but not a good design in my opinion.
There's no time to rest, so while I think over how to do this, it's time to get back to resealing the boat. Today I'm going to try to knock out the two most leaking hatches because hopefully it'll be cloudy all day for the first time in forever. And yeah, it'll be nice to do the hatches when it's cloudy because usually you just bake in the sun while doing those. At least when we're resealing windows, we're inside a lot, but doing hatches, you just bake in the sun.
We got this kitchen hatch out. We're gonna clean this mess up and then do my best attempt to seal this, although probably run into the same situation as that, so I'm just gonna have to run a bead of sealant on that too.
Damn, I'm already sunburned and it's cloudy. That sucks. Yeah, for your prospective Nauticat owners out there, pay close attention to the windows, man, because it turns into a serious mess. Messes with your wood, it molds and mildews everything in there. This window job that we did is one of the worst jobs in the 2 years of owning this boat, and like the shittiest job, like worse than ripping out the sewage tank with sewage spilling all over you. It's such a bad job. And if you don't have the money to spring for a full new set of windows like we don't, then this is what you're going to be doing, and it is not fun, and it wasn't even successful.
Anyway, we got this this hatch area cleaned up, good enough for government work. We're just gonna slap butyl on it and close it because the sumbitch is gonna leak anyway, as we figured out. But yeah, the reason is, and the other one was like that too, this lip is higher than the boat, and it's super uneven and wavy and higher in places and lower in places. And the holes are also, some of them are, you know, on the low spots. So it's really hard with that frame that's about that wide. It's basically impossible to get a good seal. So, I mean, what I'd really have to do is just grind all this stuff down and make it super flat and even for a really good seal without sealant. But I'm not going to go ahead and do all that work with all these hatches unless we get new hatches, because, I mean, these things are 40 years old and they got problems anyway, and we're cobbling them together from two different boats. So I'm not going to go through all the trouble of grinding this stuff down and doing it that way. So I'm just going to do what I did with that one. We'll stick butyl on here as well as we can, try to seal it up as well as we can by itself, and then I'm just going to run a bead of sealant around the outside, and hopefully that takes care of it. Hopefully that takes care of that one. All right, got our frame cleaned up. I'm gonna wash it down, but yeah, there's some corrosion and pitting, and a lot of these screw hole things are kind of blown out. So, but that's what we got. The ones from the other boat are in worse condition. So here's our hatch that came off. You can see it's corroded and leaking down in this corner. The aluminum screwed, and same with the seal. So this is the hatch from the other boat. It's starting to corrode there. I'll clean that up, but it does look better. So at least it'll probably seal. So I'm gonna clean this thing up, clean up that thing. Then I guess we'll throw some butyl on and slap her down. So I'm gonna have to drill out the rivets on these and then clean it up. So, and I'm doing 2 hatches today, so I'm gonna be here as long as that takes. Yeah, I totally forgot about these knob thingies. These ones are screwed up and loose. So now I gotta pull all the knobs off on all these hatches, and I still gotta do it on that first hatch we did. Man, dude, it's like 50 knobs. These things are not easy. So yeah, I gotta pull that screw out and pull the screw down there. Luckily, the ones on my old window are in better shape. Yeah, I'm basically, these 2 boats worth of stuff are combining into one 40-year-old, probably halfway passable window and hatch situation, but for now it's working. So hopefully we can make it work and stop these leaks and move on. Okay, well here she is. She's ready to go in. You gotta pry the old frame off the boat, clean up like 300 kinds of sealants, clean all the corrosion off the frame, swap out the little knobby thing, and the screw's always corroded into it. Then you gotta drill out these 6 rivets, 4 here, 2 here, clean up the frame from the other boat, which is this, re-rivet that stuff kind of one-handed. Then you gotta clean the entire frame, the seal, get the corrosion off. Then you gotta disassemble these little knobs between the two, make 2 good knobs out of them, put it back together, and then yeah, just generally clean it up and put it in. So it's a lot of work. That's where we are. But yeah, she's ready to go on. So underneath, I'm gonna throw the butyl on the back side, and then I'm gonna install it, and then we'll leave it like that, and I'll put Sikaflex on it. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get this thing going because I'm sick of looking at it. And then yeah, hopefully on to the next, we'll see. Okay, she's in. What a job. But yeah, you can tell it's all uneven, the butyl, because the deck's uneven. So I'm just gonna keep cranking screws down day by day, and then we're gonna I'm gonna cut the butyl out. I'm just gonna fill the gap with sealant and be done with it. Just so you can see how hot it is, I'm here dealing with the friggin' knobs from the forward hatch, because I didn't do those when we did that hatch, the leaking one I showed you. Just standing here messing with knobs, I'm just dripping sweat. I'm just dripping sweat. It's so hot here. Okay, we're back at it. Our friend Matt from Sailing with Vampires, he flew back down with some more tint from us. He just went to the US, or more tint for us. So we're gonna tint that window we replaced the other day. We're gonna take this one out, reseal it. I might be out of sealant until our other buddy gets here with more for this one. So we'll see. We're gonna do 1, hopefully 2, be done with the windows, and then we'll have to go around and cut the inner seal outside and seal that. We're just gonna go ahead, knock out these last 2 windows. We're exhausted, we're tired. Rainy season's approaching and we need to get back in the water and start living cheaper. We're going back to Puerto. Those the last 2 windows are in bad shape. They're corroded and screwed up. So we're gonna go take the motorcycle down, do some more window exchanges. So exciting.
Yeah, and usually like one of us is motivated, either Carl or me, and today neither of us are motivated. So it's gonna be a day and a half.
Okay, so she's got 40 pounds of windows on her legs, and we're on a motorcycle and we're going through the sketchiest. Like, this is how we have to do it. I'm telling you, you think we're bitching about this window job? This has been a brutal month, and it's 1,000 degrees.
And we're gonna be on the bounciest, rockiest road, and this shit is so heavy. I'm gonna be so bruised.
Okay, we got him here. Moral of the story, if you buy an old Pilothouse boat, you should be able to afford new windows for it. So that was dumb, because really we're just buying time. So here's the 2 windows from the boat we just got. Inner seal's cooked and it's corroded. And the inner seal on this one's cooked, but it's less corroded than the one upstairs. So again, we're gonna make it work. Put this one in. Also, this bad boy's like, how high is this? 20 feet off the ground? So every single window we painstakingly are carrying down the ladder. And same thing with all the hatches. If we screw this up, we're screwed. And probably dead.
Don't say that.
It's friggin' high. There's gotta be a 20-foot ladder and it's maxed out. That's why my brother thinks he's strong and he thinks he's bigger than me. But he doesn't climb this ladder 30 times a day, so he's really not. Okay, we got it in. We were gonna do both these last windows today, but we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna let that one leak normally for this upcoming rain. But yeah, since we got storms coming in 2 days, Natasha's right now taping up all the frames, and we're cutting the inner seal flush and then taping them up, and then we're gonna run sealant around all that. So right now, since we got 2 days more or less before the rain, we're just gonna switch gears, do a long night, seal up all the inner seals on all those windows, and hopefully just stop the leaks. We'll find out in the rain. And then we're also gonna do the 3 hatches that I replaced. So I'm gonna go around and clean up all the butyl, make a nice gap, tape it off, And we'll just slam sealant on these 3, slam sealant all these windows, and then call it a day.
Done.
Nice. Now you just gotta clean them, or no, we good?
Yeah.
So she's got them all taped off except the one we haven't done yet. And I am digging the extra butyl out of the cracks so we can get a nice gap to fill with sealant. Natasha painstakingly prepped every single window while I cut the butyl from under the things, and I prepped every single hatch. We're ready, so we're gonna start running sealant. It's getting late as hell. We're not gonna film it. We're just gonna run the sealant, clean it up, pull the tape off, and be done with it. So I guess it's gone off. It's rock hard. So now we got cut open windows and taped up windows, and we got no way to seal them. This is our damn sealant. Either way, we can't do anything about it. So now we're just gonna try to tape up all these gaps and just hope it doesn't piss into the damn boat. It's always something out here. And of course, we can't just get Sikaflex. So now we're gonna have to wait weeks. Next morning, another day, another hatch. Still have no Sikaflex. So what we did is tape over our taped off job. So hopefully that keeps the rain out. And hopefully when we pull the tape back off, all that hard work we did taping up for sealant stays. Only problem was if we don't get Sikaflex soon enough, that tape's gonna start like sticking to the frames too hard, and it's gonna be really hard to get off once we do put the sealant on. So we'll see. Anyway, we got this hatch today. Serious corrosion on this one. This is gonna be a hard hatch, I think. Look at all that corrosion on the seal. Okay, so the knobs on ours are in much better condition than the knobs on the new ones we're putting on. Well, I say new, but you know what I mean. But those hatches are way better, at least for these. So I'm taking these knobs off, but with the help of some Croil, the screwdriver, and this wrench, I was able to break this corrosion. But I'll show you on one-handed here. I'll show you fucking why it's so tough. So tiny stainless screws inside these aluminum fittings, and obviously they've corroded together into like one piece. So you gotta pray you can get this screw out. So this is always the hardest one and the easiest one to strip out. And like there's a lot of these knobs that I just can't get apart without drilling it and destroying it. So, but luckily these 2 knobs came off. So yeah, you get this tiny little screw out and they're always bent. And sometimes, like you can tell, the threads got ripped off down there. You pull the knob out like that. Then you pull out that rubber insert. Then you're down to the final one. So now that one's usually corroded into the aluminum backing there. So we'll go ahead and coil it and do our best to get that off. And then, you know, we're combining the best parts of each one to make a good solid knob. So this one's already loose already, so let's see what's up. This is the easiest one. Some of these I've struggled pretty hard on. All right, this one's coming right out. All right, got it cleaned up as well as I could, but you can see there's some serious pitting and corrosion on the lip sealing surface. So nothing I can do about it though. Cleaned it up as best as I could. We're gonna slam it together here, do some rivets. Okay, let's get these bad boys in. It's now 2 p.m. so it took pretty much all day to get it ready, and I still haven't cleaned up the hole upstairs, so I'll go clean the hole upstairs. We'll stick her on. But yeah, here's the other thing that's kind of cool is this locking latch mechanism, because this is what we had for the other hatches and they were super hard to engage in the holes and they fell out all the time. Yeah, so these are a lot better. At least they lock. Anyway, got that on. We'll bring her up and clean up upstairs. So we're gonna spend the next hour and a half scraping here. Okay, she's all cleaned up. We're gonna do the same routine, slap the butyl tape here. Here we go, hatch a day. So 4 hatches done, 3 more to go. Just in time for some rain's probably coming. The temperatures dropped quite a bit. Usually comes from over there. Hatch a day keeps the doctors away, which is good because I don't have health insurance. We're gonna do Pilothouse. So we got 2. Probably just gonna get to 1 since they're bigger and the smaller ones took all day. So yeah, probably start with this one because most of the day the sun is gonna be from over there. Talked to my importer and he was able to find some Sikaflex. I think he said in Mexico. So hopefully he can get that stuff over here like ASAP. So he's working on it. So I think this one's gonna be much easier. So they cut it level. Well, first of all, it came off nice. Hatch and frame's in pretty good condition. So we might not have to take the hatch from the other boat, which saves a lot of cleaning up. The hole is cut perfectly flat for this hatch, and all the holes are drilled inside the seal area and basically straight down. So it wasn't drilled by the monkeys who drilled the other 3. So yeah, looking pretty good. Shouldn't take long to clean up, shouldn't take long to get that hatch together. Maybe it's a 2 hatch day. Maybe it's 2 hatches a day keeps the doctor away. I don't know, we will see. But yeah, that's encouraging. This is the best one so far. Yeah, got her cleaned up. She's scratched up and she's got aluminum pitting marks all over the place. So she's not gonna look as good as her sister hatch up top, sadly. Because this one looks really good. And I was really wanting the 2 Pilothouse ones to look nice, but that's not usable. And that one needs to go over the master cabin, so we got no choice. Anyway, she does look better. So we're gonna dry her out now. And then we will start the process of riveting her on the frame once I get the frame cleaned up here. Okay, we got a storm building over there and it's forecasting rain now in Chiapas, Puerto Chiapas, which is over there. So we're gonna race to get this hatch on. Finally got it cleaned up and built. I just gotta clean that ceiling surface, but it'll be a lot faster than yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Hopefully I can beat the rains. We will see. Okay, another hatch in. This hatch might not leak with just butyl because it was installed by half monkeys instead of full monkeys. So I think we're gonna be good. So now we got 2 more. Finished this one a little bit early. I'm in kind of a roll with hatches, so I'm gonna go down there and prep the hatch for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go down there, clean that up, drill out the old rivets, get it ready. Then tomorrow, yank that thing, we'll do that. And then we'll have 1 little son of a bitch left. So pretty stoked. Just did another shopping run. I'm in Tapachula, really pushing the limits of this bike. But we gotta do it. The taxis are super expensive and it's like an hour drive. So I got a 50 pound huge dry bag of food. I'm fully covered up, long sleeves, long pants, buff. I cover up good, make sure I look like I'm Mexican, and we'll get over there. Okay, I'm back from the sketchy grocery run. It's pretty late, it's 1:30, so this will be the latest start by far for a hatch, but I'm just gonna try to do it anyway. We're gonna try to do the second hatch since I prepared the hatch part of it yesterday to save time. Might run late tonight, but I don't care. We're on a roll. I'm gonna get these things done, so let's get to it. All right, it is late in the day, but I got it out. The Pilothouse one there. At least the latch hatch tomorrow is the only hatch and window that is not in the sun all day, is this one. So that one should be a little treat because every other of like the 22 things we resealed has been direct sunlight. So anyway, we're gonna take this down, get it set up. Okay, little words of warning to you guys with sailboats in the tropics. So we didn't have these problems. We didn't have any of this corrosion and blown out seal on any of our hatches, except the main ones I wanted to replace, which was over the kitchen and stuff. By leaving these canvas hatch covers on these hatches while they're closed to keep the sun out, I guess it traps in moisture and humidity and it does way more harm than good. So all this was created by those canvas covers. So really I destroyed the hatches by having canvas covers on them out here in this heat and humidity. So thank God we had these other hatches from the other boat, and only one of ours came out unscathed, and we need that for our master bedroom, and one of theirs was trash. So luckily it worked out again with the parts from the other boat. But yeah, do not put canvas covers on your aluminum frames in hot, humid environments unless you pull those covers off all the time and clean your hatches and decorrode them. But yeah, I mean, I just had them on there because we've been doing all kinds of other work the last 6 months. But I mean, you see what it does. Our hatches were not like this 6 months ago. Okay, another hatch is done. in like 2 hours and 15 minutes flat, dude. The next qualifiers for hatch rebuilding, I'm joining that thing because I'm getting pretty quick at it, honestly. It's a full cleanup, getting rid of all the corrosion, fixing the knobs, swapping the hatches, re-riveting the hinges back on, everything. So anyway, this one's done, looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and throw it on. The work will continue until morale improves around here. Okay, just after 5:30 and she is in, bitches. I'll challenge any one of you to a hatch off. There's no way anybody can do it faster than me now. Like, I'm an expert. So anybody wants to do an NC hatch off or anything, dude, like, I'm coming for you, honestly. Anyway, it's done. I'm gonna do another couple round of torques. Clean up here. Beautiful sunset. Dude, for 40-something-year-old hatches, look at those things. They're looking good, bro. Look at all these hatches. Even that one that I don't like. Boom. Look at these hatches, dude. And look at these windows for that matter. Excuse the untinted one, but look at that. 40-something years old too. You know about making things stay alive. I know a lot about that now.
Next week on Fish Under Sail.
I'm officially burned out. How do you even do that? Just drill straight down. Saw my life flash before my eyes when that happened. Dude, look at that tape job. Look at it. After it rains and something else leaks, we're gonna attack that. Water stays outside, it doesn't come inside. We are going to try to start the engine. Sometimes you just gotta give an old lady some new wood. They appreciate that kind of thing, you know what I mean?